Hi everyone! Welcome back to Evangeline's Everyday English. I'm Evangeline, and I talk about everyday topics in simple and natural English. Before I jump into today's episode, I first want to let you all know some exciting news. I made a YouTube channel. It's called Evangeline's Everyday English, the same name as this podcast. You can both listen to and watch the transcript of all the episodes there. If you ever can't catch a word I say, or if you want to practice shadowing while looking at the subtitles, please check out my YouTube. I'd really appreciate your support. And hopefully it'll be another useful resource for you. Now back to today's topic, spring. Here in the northern hemisphere, the northern half of the earth, we are just entering springtime. I think most of us feel relief when it becomes spring. Winter is always a long and cold season, which is perfect for people who like snow, skiing, or cooler temperatures, but a bit rough for us who don't have a passion for winter sports or wearing many layers. When I was younger, my favorite season was fall. That's because I loved the colors of fall: red, orange, yellow, brown. I loved the flavors of fall: pumpkin, potatoes, turkey. And I loved the activities of fall: Halloween, jumping in fallen leaves, but not raking them, and going hiking. Also, my birthday and the start of school are in September, so I had those events to look forward to at the beginning of fall. Even now, I say that my favorite season is fall, but more and more every year, I'm falling in love with spring. It started when I went on college tours in the spring of my senior year, my last year, my fourth year of high school. I am from the northeastern part of the United States, and I visited a college in the southeastern part, and I was so amazed by the springtime down there. It was so sunny, bright, green, and breezy. I was also shocked to see so much pollen everywhere. On the sidewalks, on the cars, in people's hair. When my dad picked me up from the tour, he had to use the windshield wipers on the car to wipe off the yellow pollen. In the end, I actually did end up choosing this university to attend. Of course, there were many reasons why I chose this college, mainly having to do with their course and extracurricular opportunities and their financial aid package. But I can't say that the amazing weather was not a huge draw for me. Now that I live in Japan, I continue to greatly enjoy the spring season. The sakura, or cherry blossoms, are so beautiful, but they aren't the only flower to bloom. The plum blossoms are also a gorgeous pink, and tulip, wisteria, and peach flowers also bloom, among others. In Japan, there is a custom called ohanami, which means flower viewing, or watching, looking at the flowers. Ohanami especially refers to cherry blossom viewing. With family and friends, the Japanese will sit under flowering trees and have a picnic, eating, drinking, talking, and enjoying the view. On the news and online, you can also find out the cherry blossom forecasts across the country, as the sakura bloom later the further north you go. Many people plan their trips accordingly. It's an incredible time to enjoy nature and go sightseeing while chasing the flower blooms. Hokkaido, which is the northernmost prefecture or region of Japan, is the last area to bloom. Actually, my sister and her partner will be visiting Japan this year during Golden Week, which is a string of holidays from the end of April to the beginning of May. And in order to see the cherry blossoms, hopefully, we have decided to go to Hokkaido together. I am so excited, and I really hope that the flowers will still be in bloom when we visit. Another important point about this season in Japan. Springtime is the start of the new school and work year, so now, as a teacher, instead of getting excited for the new scholastic year in the fall, I can look forward to it in the spring. All of this to say that I really adore spring. It's becoming my most beloved season. However, I am also beginning to recognize how tough spring can be because of allergies. Allergies, also commonly called hay fever, or medically called allergic rhinitis, are cold-like symptoms a person experiences when exposed to certain triggers such as pollen or dust mites. These cold-like symptoms include sneezing, achoo, itchy eyes, runny nose, and more. I said that I am beginning to recognize how difficult allergies make spring because up until this year, I didn't get them at all. However, I think that I've started developing some symptoms. Just a few weeks ago, my nose was constantly stuffed, my eyes watery and itchy, and I was sneezing much more than usual. There's also a phenomenon here in Japan of yellow dust, which comes to Japan on winds from China, so maybe I am particularly sensitive to that. But in either case, honestly, I am so sad that this is happening to me. In the United States, I know many people who have allergies, but I think they are even more common here in Japan. I believe that cedar allergies are particularly common here. I have also known friends who never had allergies, but after living in Japan for a few years, they started to develop symptoms. Maybe I'm becoming one of those people. But I am still going to try my best to enjoy spring and not let it get me down. And how about you? Do you have springtime where you live? If so, when is it, and do you enjoy it? Out of all the seasons, what is your favorite one? Do you get allergies at certain times of the year? I'd love to hear from you. Feel free to let me know at evangelineseverydayenglish@gmail.com. Thank you so much for listening to me today. Wherever you are, I hope you are able to enjoy the season you're in comfortably. Have a lovely day. Until next time.